Looks like Diddy, guys, could be in some major trouble from leaked footage, but also his lawyers as well. Mark Agnifilo especially, Diddy could have thrown him under the bus inadvertently or intentionally, and it's about to get very serious. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content. Join Murad Nation, click that button and subscribe to the channel every single day. It's videos on here. Subscribe, baby. And let's get into this video where Diddy, this leaked footage that basically 50 Cent got access of and posted for Netflix. In it, you have Diddy and his lawyer Mark Agnifilo speaking. Now, Mark Agnifilo apparently is really upset via Mark Geragos, who works for TMZ, who was saying that Mark Agnifilo being recorded without his permission, consent, or being aware is a big damage in their trust. Mark was giving him confidential information. He does not want any of that to be out there. And 50 Cent, who got this information via this videographer, has purposely put out a specific clip that points Mark Agnifilo in a very bad light. Mark stated to Diddy that we should sue the person who is suing Diddy. If this person has come forward to sue Diddy for SA claims, Mark Agnifilo on the phone was saying to Diddy, well, you should be suing them. Somebody could actually lose their law license over suggesting that an accused rapist tried to get prosecutors to build a criminal case against an accuser. Filing a false report or encouraging others to file a false report is actually a crime. So if that is what was going on basically with what Mark was saying on the phone, then it will be very, very concerning. Diddy is loyal to nobody. So for the fact that he was filming this against Mark Agnifilo's wishes, knowing that it was a confidential call, only goes to show you that this man has always been a snake, that he would rat out his own damn legal team and record it for his documentary and want to publish this. No lawyer that you have retained wants to be filmed or recorded without their consent. It's a death sentence. It's a death wish, because if that information gets out there, they can lose their license because they might state illegal doings for Diddy to do. To tell Diddy to possibly file a false report to blur the waters, to cause a haze or a mist in the conversation and slow things down for his benefit is illegal. You can't, as a lawyer, ask your client to file a false report to problematic situations that are going on. You're making it even more complicated. Why would you even do that, Mark Agnifilo? I don't understand. But why would Diddy even record them? So Diddy, guys, could be in big trouble for doing this, but it's really interesting. I'm going to read the transcripts. I'm tired of going back and forth with you guys with the lawyers. Diddy told Mark, who tried to push back. Nevertheless, Diddy continued. Let me tell you something. Let me say this. I'm not a referee, so I'm going to get off the phone right now. Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone and I'm going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution, no matter what they say. On the Angry Men podcast, Harvey Levine and Mark Geragos theorize as to whether or not Mark is going to feel betrayed. This is because Diddy phoned and recorded their conversation without letting him know. And Mark Geragos hasn't spoken to Mark as of yet, but he is assuming that he is very mad about the whole scenario. Now, Mark Agnifilo and Mark Geragos were both part of Diddy's legal team. They're both lawyers. So if Mark Geragos feels that way, then it's definitely true that Mark Agnifilo feels this way as well. You've put your lawyers in big trouble. You are going to be in big trouble. Now, when it comes to your appeal, is Mark Agnifilo going to be part of the team? Is he going to sensationally quit like other lawyers did? Because they feel betrayed? Because they're fuming? They're upset? Why would you record somebody saying something illegal when they're meant to be on your team? Even the way you spoke to Mark, come back to me when you have a solution, because you want everything to go away because you have the money to do so, but that really didn't work for you. So you put Mark Agnifilo in trouble, and you could be very in trouble, and things could be very serious, guys, because of all of this. 50 Cent is also stating that Diddy and his wallet is on life support. He should have filed bankruptcy before those many lawsuits pulled up. So this is interesting because I thought Diddy had a lot of money to him, but apparently because of these hundreds of lawsuits that have, piled up, I would say roughly around 80 to 90, 50 is advising Diddy that you should have filed for bankruptcy and that your wallet is actually far lower than what we think it to be. So the thing is, Diddy's never going to prep for his downfall. He's never going to prep for that because somebody who's a narcissist like him believes that it would never take place. That's why he was filming this documentary before his arrest, because he's that narcissistic. He would think that this documentary will be published after he overcomes all of this and everybody will see him as a hero, when people don't see you as a hero. The fact that you think that you could film this even after the video that leaked of you beating up Cassie, to me, is so idiotic. It's so crazy to me. He's far from grounded. He's way up there in the clouds. And, you know, in doing so, you lose so much common sense. So 50 is saying that Diddy's actually far more broker than we actually assume. So food for thought, guys, because I honestly had no idea. I thought that, you know, he was making money via his jets, licensing and properties, that income was coming in, but apparently it's not coming in as we thought. Now, Amex are coming after Ray J. And I want to get into this, guys, because we've seen Ray J crash out and act very weird in the past couple of weeks, and even come for Jay-Z and Beyonce. But American Express, guys, have filed a lawsuit demanding $139,000 in unpaid credit card debt just days before Ray J, Thanksgiving arrest. This, to me, makes sense now as to why he probably was crashing out. He's got massive debts. The card companies are chasing him. They're going to come for his assets and properties if he cannot pay. And that's probably why he was crashing out, speaking to that woman very rudely on the live stream, pulling up a gun on Princess, absolutely spiraling, because the man clearly has big money issues. Money is the root of a lot of evil. But I also feel like money is also the root of just many problems. If we all had an abundance of money, we wouldn't be behind on bills or, you know, loans, credit card companies chasing you, and you would feel less stressed. That's pretty common sense here. So I think that's why an abundance of things, massively including this lawsuit that Ray J is now facing, is the reason for why he's crashing out and being crazy and being rude and, you know, just doing a lot in regards to being online. He received some messages from Mario, which I am just very confused by, guys. We have to get into this. These messages, Mario wrote to him, "Satan wants your soul. I spoke to him today. Don't give it to him. Not on no gay shit. Don't try to flip it. I'm talking about entity introductions. You know to know where you're trying to go. I can get you there sooner, and no one will be able to get you out, Ray J. I got you, kid. Your soul is going now." So I believe all of this. I believe a lot of these artists who are been and gone, who are popular, who are not, are still in conversation with some kind of entity that they believe is Satan through people, because they want relevancy, they want money, they want coin, they want to end all their problems, and they think that speaking to Satan, you know, is going to be okay, because at the end of the day, God is always going to have them. And so therefore, this man is saying, I spoke to him today. Mario is saying, I spoke to him today, and that, you know, he's got your soul now. And I'm talking about entity introductions. So entity introductions, again, very similar to Diddy, where I believe that entities were spoken to, contacted, and that's exactly what's happening here, in my opinion. And I think it to be very, very bizarre. So Mario is just one of many. Your beloved celebrities are probably all speaking to entities because they feel like they need to in order to succeed. It's all a delusion. But Ray J has posted these without Mario's consent. So again, Ray J's, you know, saying that Mario is talking to him crazy. As somebody who's crashing out and, you know, he thinks Mario's crazy, the whole world is just crazy in that whole department. Let me know thoughts, guys, when it comes to this. What are your thoughts on Diddy, you know, betraying his lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, who basically reduced his sentence massively? I think it's ridiculous and stupid for him to do so. But 50 Cent leaking that footage on purpose is a checkmate move. Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.